Hi everyone, welcome to the Schwowin's Nest and happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm starting off this project with a cork placemat that came from the Dollar Tree. It was sitting in my closet for almost a year now. I originally thought I would frame out the farm to fork, but I decided not to, of course, because I'm going to use it for this project. I'm going to give this almost 3 coats of white linen chalk paint. This video is part of a challenge hosted by my very good friend Sonia over at Domestic Diva. If you have not visited Sonia's channel yet, you need to go check her out. She does DIYs, lifestyle, cleaning, lots of fantastic recipes. So please go over and tell her I sent you. The next thing I did was look online for a free printable, and I found this really nice lemon branch with some lemons on it. So I'm going to cut it out and just leave about a 1/4 inch of white all around the edges. I'm going to place the lemons in the top right corner of the placemat, and I'm going to use Mod Podge to glue it down, and then I'll put a thin layer of Mod Podge on top and press out all the air bubbles. For this challenge, Sonia asked us to either create something for Cinco de Mayo or Mother's Day, and I've chosen Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to stencil out the letters "When life gives you lemons, grab salt," and tequila. I love to drink tequila, not all the time, of course, but it is one of my favorite drinks, and actually margaritas are one of my favorite drinks. So I thought this would be an appropriate Cinco de Mayo DIY. I like to lay down some painter's tape instead of drawing a line, just so I can have my letters in a straight line all the way across. But unfortunately, this painter's tape was from, I think it was a dollar store. I'm not sure where I got it from, but it is a little more sticky than painter's tape normally is. And what happens is whenever I peel it up, the paint comes off with it. And that's exactly what happened here. I had to repaint the white underneath the words "when life," so I had to skip "gives you" for now, and I moved on to freehanding the word "lemons." I decided just to use a small paintbrush, and I'm using the same color that I did with the stencils. It's a medium gray tone. You'll see towards the end that I really didn't like the way the gray turned out, so I did change it up. I'll show you that in a bit. Don't forget to go visit Sonia's channel. I'll have her channel link in my description box, along with the playlist link. I am sure there's going to be a bunch of great videos that you'll be able to check out. Some people doing Mother's Day and some people doing Cinco de Mayo. So I'm going to continue on stenciling the words "grab" and the word "and." Salt and tequila will be freehanded again a little bit differently. I just am struggling with getting these little individual letters stenciled without getting too much overspray or stenciling on top of the other letter or outside of that little frame. If anybody's got any tips for me, that would be appreciated, because I'm always having to go back with my foundation paint, which is white in this case, and do some major touch-ups. Here's where things changed. I decided to use my Craft Smart oil-based pen in black for the word tequila. I wasn't liking how lemons and salt were looking in the gray, so I thought I'm going to try the black on the word tequila and see if I like it. And I did. So I'm going to end up going over the word lemons and salt with black. By the time I got to the letter Q, this paint pen was running low on ink, so I ended up grabbing the other 2 that I have hanging around, because for some reason I don't throw them out. I think that maybe there might be still a little bit of ink down at the bottom of them. So the way you test these and to try and release more of the ink is to press the tip against some paper like I'm doing here, and then that will hopefully push down any more ink that's available. The two that I was using were dry, so I threw them out finally and just used the one that was still good. One more tip about these paint pens: you don't want to press down hard like you would with a permanent marker. You're just going to lightly touch the area and let the paint flow out. I was really liking how this was turning out, but I wanted the words in black to have a little bit more depth to them. So I'm taking a really fine black marker and just drawing a thin line in a few spots on each letter just to make it look more three-dimensional. I got this idea from one of my stencils that I use. It's a farmer's market stencil, and I picked it up at Joann Fabrics, and it has this little line around the letters, and I just think it looks really cool. You might notice that I added a few more lemons up in the corner. I just had printed off another one of the free printables, and now I'm just going to take my dry brush in white and just go over the black letters just so they look a little bit more rustic and distressed. Finally, the last step is going to make the edges look like enamel. So I'm taking a sponge brush, some black paint, and I'm just going to run my brush along the edge. Some of the paint is going to come up on top of the white. That's okay. That's exactly what enamel looks like. I'm also going to go over some of the areas a little thicker than others and give it a little bit of a chipped look. I'd like to thank Sonia over at Domestic Diva for hosting this challenge. It was a lot of fun. If you like this kind of content, please hit that red subscribe button and click the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. I really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.